Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We are going to do another vanilla run today, and of course we're going to get Blue Baby, because when we do vanilla runs, apparently we only get Blue Baby. And you might be saying, Northernlion, you've been promising challenge runs for quite some time. That is indeed true, but if I sound a little bit extra stuffed up today, I'm mostly over the sickness that I think I might have mentioned in an earlier video. However, I am afflicted by, having been unable to sleep for, the past 2 nights because my cat has gone absolutely batshit crazy. So, if I sound a little janky, I apologize, but that is the inherent challenge of this run, is that, I wouldn't necessarily go so far as to call it insomnia, because I think that's offensive to people who actually suffer from clinical insomnia, but certainly we are fueled by not very much sleep here. But we're gonna see what we can do. The vanilla runs recently have all turned out, or not all, but largely turned out fairly well, if I remember correctly. And I'm hoping we'll be able to continue that trend here. So let's just hope that we get something like Squeezy here right off the bat. Or, a Tears upgrade might be ideal. We're only on the first floor, so we don't really need much in the way of bombs or keys right now, although it wouldn't really hurt if we got the crate or something. Pageant Boy, probably not necessarily the #1 thing on my to-do list, but I do want to note here that on the very first floor we've got kind of an aberrant condition, and that means, well, in this context anyway, that means we have a library. So since I won't be using my key to open up an item room on this floor, because, there's no point, we should definitely try to blow these guys up. Oh, that was so bad! I was gonna try to blow them up near the tinted rock down there, but I didn't, well, obviously that didn't come to fruition. Anyway, now I will be using a key to go to the shop, just in case there's something on sale in there, but, also, there's a library, so I will be using a key to open that up, and probably no matter what's contained therein, I will likely end up picking it up. There's very few spacebar items worse than the poop, in my opinion. What I will admit is that, of the few items that are worse than the poop that go into the spacebar slot, several of them exist in the library. So you know what, we will take chocolate milk. It's an item that I kind of had a reversal of opinion on fairly recently. And we'll see if we can find a way to make this work with whatever upgrades we might get otherwise. It'll depend if we get, high rate of fire or something. I might be disappointed with what we've got. Might as well shoot our poop just to see if we get any more money. If we got a nickel, we might be able to have a greater chance to buy an item. You know what? I will spend 5 cents to buy a bomb. I know that seems maybe a little bit crazy, but as Blue Baby, sometimes you gotta be a little bit crazy. Hopefully we get small rock out of this. Well, we basically bought a spirit heart for 5 cents, which, honestly to me, that strikes me as a pretty fair trade. Now, let's hope we get very lucky with our library here. Necronomicon and Book of Shadow. Or Book of Shadows, I guess I should say. I don't like either of these items a ton. Definitely Book of Belial or Book of Revelations I would have found more viable. Maybe even Book of Sin. But I'm going to go with Necronomicon moving forward, simply because the ability to do extra damage on some rooms I think is going to be pretty valuable. And we'll see if we can augment Necronomicon, maybe get something like the Nun's Habit, 9 volts, battery, etc., etc. And if we do, then we might be able to, make it a little bit more useful of an item. But as for right now, it's probably not the most useful item in the game. Holy shit, can we get any more rooms without any enemies in them? I guess apparently not. The reason I want to get rooms with enemies is not because I'm necessarily just a glutton for punishment. You know what? That seems like a smart idea for me. But it's largely because I just want to have opportunities to get keys, otherwise we won't be able to go to the item room on this floor. So, okay, bombs. Beneficial, no question about that. I realized that by using the Necronomicon there, with a floor this size, it's pretty likely that I won't be able to use... I'll come back for that. It's pretty likely I won't be able to use the Necronomicon on the boss fight, but again, this is why I prefer Book of Belial, because Necronomicon is much more of a crowd control-y type item. Yeah, Burnt Penny's fine. Maybe it was a good idea that I waited to get that penny in the last room, because it could give us an extra bomb here, or this one right here. Well, hopefully. We're due now, anyway. And hopefully we can find a secret room and amass, a ton of bombs. There's one right there. And, this does mean in the worst case scenario, we might be able, I guess second worst case scenario, if we don't get any keys, we may be able to bomb our way into the, secret room and then bomb our way into either the item room or the shop afterwards. But, we can't necessarily rely on that, so let's just play cool for now. Hope we get a key. No such luck there. I love that I have this desktop microphone mount now, so I can bash on the arrow keys without annoying the shit out of you guys with the bassy noise from my keyboard. Alright, so we got issues here. I am gonna try to place the bomb. I was gonna say try to blow up that tinted rock right away, because I wanted to really stop these guys from being able to become immolated, which is a real pain in the dick. I was really hoping that there would be a key contained in that spirit heart, tinted rock, sorry. It's not beyond the realm of possibility. Okay, so there's a key for us. I don't want to use that to open the golden chest. I want to use that to open the item room for sure. And actually, we will be able to go to the... we will be able to use the Necronomicon on the boss fight. Not that it's necessarily that big of a deal. And hopefully our item room here. What do I hope for? A passive damage upgrade would be ideal right now. Apart from that, a better spacebar item, although to be quite honest, I'm fairly content with the situation we have right now. Actually, the quarter is a solid item to get here as well. That means definitely I know where to use my second key on the shop. We will definitely buy the coin purse, we will definitely buy the key, and this is the quarter basically translated into an item room right here, because we're going to buy the coin purse, and it gives us balls of, oh my god, 2 balls of steel pills. That's enormous actually as a result of that. So good item room and shop synergy. We also get a puberty pill, which is net 0, and a tears down. So I'm not too concerned about that tears down, as much as I would have loved that to not exist. The fact that we got so much health is fairly awesome. So I do have an extra key now. I am going to use this to pop open the golden chest, just in case there's money or whatever in there. A little bit of extra money means potential for more bombs. Well, maybe just money. No, we did actually get an extra bomb out of it, and this is probably our secret room right here. It is not, so I'm not going to waste any more time looking for the secret room, sadly, and I was mistaken before. We are not actually going to get our Necronomicon charged up, but this is maybe a good thing that we're fighting Blue Famine. The only bad thing about it on an objective level is that I would rather it be not Blue Famine, because Blue Famine's kind of an asshole compared to the regular Famine. This being said, this does set the stage for us to possibly get a, you know, 3rd or 4th level cube of meat. At the very least, a 2nd level cube of meat. This is why, again, it would have been amazing if we got Book of Revelations in that first library. You know, beyond the fact that, of course, this would just drastically help me when it comes to keeping my health up. But the fact that the Balls of Steel pill is in the rotation is probably like a plus 10% chance to our like odds of victory. So we get another Spirit Heart, we get our cube of meat, and I almost want to fight Krampus by this point. Sadly, neither Sister Maggie nor Monster Manuel are worth our time here, but I will shoot through the fire just in case we manage to get a little bit of extra money. Let's head down to the next floor, and I'm going to take a quick hit of this caffeine here. That is far too hot for human consumption right now. Okay. More money, tons more money, and we actually picked up a couple of bombs as well. Now, the real question here is which of these waves is going to be best for us to use our Necronomicon on? Because obviously I probably want to use the Necronomicon to get out of here without taking damage. Seems like a good... Oh, that was so bad. So I probably should have done it on that wave, but maybe there's going to be... Yeah, you know what? Eyeless Ooze, guys, just to knock them all down in the Ooze state is pretty valuable. What do we need to continue making this run work? Our health is good for now. I would love to get a deal with the devil and trade some of our health for some damage. So in the form of, I guess ideally, one of the best value propositions we have as Blue Baby is something like the Pact, which actually gives us, or only costs us 1 Spirit Heart to give us some awesome attribute bonuses. The nail obviously factors into that as well, because the extra Spirit Hearts make us more sustainable. And obviously Mom's Knife and Brimstone are kind of no-brainers. Hey, we picked up an extra bomb as a result of this. So my bomb problems should definitely be not something to worry about too much anymore. Unless we end up getting a better trinket, which is actually, you know, the win-win situation. That's a quality problem to have, is, you know, getting rid of the burnt penny in order to pick up a better trinket. But man, I desperately need some way to kill enemies faster, especially now that we are on a floor like the catacombs instead of, you know, simply the caves, or we were on the basement last time. So let's hope we get something a little bit better from a damage perspective here. Even rage would be okay. The fact that we have chocolate milk means, you know, something like quad shot maybe would be a cool upgrade, because we could do a ton of damage. Polyphemus obviously factors into that as well. But really, I can't afford for these rooms to continue taking me like 45 seconds each, or it's going to be an intimately boring run. That was not good damage for me to take. It's alright, though. We did get through this. Of course, now that we're playing as Blue Baby, a ton of red hearts are going to drop. And believe you me, I'm pretty sure that Little Chad will show up as well. Little Chad has a tendency to show up on Blue Baby runs just to be kind of a dickhead about things, I guess. So, we still do need a key. No question about that. At least one. Ideally 2, because we want to go to the shop and the item room. What else would I want? Almost, you know, it would be kind of like an unusual great choice in this situation. Mom's bottle of pills, especially... Oh, come on. Especially if I could manage to get a, some augmentations for that, like a 9-volt or a, you know, battery or something like that. Oh my god, am I fast enough to get away from this asshole? Yes, I think I am, thankfully. Yeah, because then, you know, that would actually function maybe as good as a nail or something like that, because we don't know what all the pills in our rotation are, but we definitely know that there is a Balls of Steel pill in there. There's a key for us, so I'm glad I went through this room. I found pills, we might as well just take it. I don't want to fight the boss right away, because I do feel like I'm in the possible position where it might be not in my best interest to go fight the boss with the existing kind of armaments I have. Might be best to check out our shop first, see if I can upgrade myself a little bit, you know, like the Little Wayne song. and hopefully not take any more damage. I almost like welcome a speed upgrade over anything else at this point, but I would love if it came in the form of a pill as opposed to wasting an item room or boss room. Wouldn't be a total waste, but less than ideal, shall we say. Okay, 9 volt, fantastic. That's really good for us. Might as well buy the Spirit Heart while we're here as well. Kind of hoping there was a key in there, but you can't always get what you want. Let's continue exploring the rest of the floor. Obviously, we have the 9 volts, so we can use Necronomicon probably one more time before we get to the boss. Even if we don't have it for the boss, it's probably not the end of the world. But we'll see what kind of rooms we come across. You know what? That is a perfect room for me to feel like I was justified in using the Necronomicon. I don't feel bad about that at all. This pill, Tears Down. Probably not going to take that one for reasons that should hopefully be obvious. Now, of course, I wish I'd saved the Necronomicon for this room, but that's the way it always goes. Yep, I'm going to get trapped in the corner here. Cube of meat, thank you very much. I can't believe I didn't pick up any bombs out of that. That's really unfortunate, actually. Please don't jump towards me. All right. We are going to survive this. No key at the end, sadly. And it seems pretty unlikely that we can bomb our way into the item room there. But I'm still going to look out. I mean, you know, maybe we'll get something like the crate after we beat the next boss. I hope that would be close enough to find the secret room. It was indeed. Dad's key. This doesn't work, though, right? I'm gonna try to use a bomb to see if this actually works. But this won't open the item room for us, right? It doesn't. Okay. It was worth a shot. Dad's key is an item that I'm not necessarily a big fan of. Every time I say Dad's key, I feel like I'm, like, making a very bad joke at the expense of the Polish language or something. So we won't be able to go to the item room on this floor unless we get a very lucky item from our boss room here. But as is right now, I'm excited nonetheless. We have potential to make great things happen, but we definitely need something like a, you know, almost a game-breaking item. We're not quite at the point where that's essential yet, but we need a lot of, either a lot of help or a couple of really good items, I think, to really make this work. But, you know, Blue Baby has a tendency to swing things around. We've had some good luck on runs recently as well, so I don't feel like we're necessarily sunk yet. Man, we have a lot of bombs. That is going to make this fight super easy. Not that it isn't already. This is one of the easiest bosses we could fight. At this point in our Isaac career. We do get... Okay, the crate is actually going to give us a key, which is fantastic. People are going to get on my ass to, like, pick up Rusted Key, because I've had key problems, but quite honestly, Rusted Key has never really done anything good for me. Balls of Steel is fantastic. Anything quantifiably good. Anyway, what do we have in here? Okay, the Pact. So that costs us 1 Spirit Heart, and it's going to give us a lot of good attribute bonuses, so obviously I'm glad that I picked that up. Now we'll go back to our item room. And the fact that I have this Hermit card is actually really good, because it means, of course, that my the problems are a little bit alleviated on the next floor. Like, I won't necessarily have to use a key in order to get to the shop, and then I can save a key and use it to go to the item room or a library or whatever else we come across. Well, we got a deck of cards here. It's a very interesting proposition. You know what? I actually think in this situation, I'm going to be a little bit surprising. I'm going to get rid of Necronomicon, and I'm going to focus on deck of cards, because getting items like the Hierophant, the Sun, the World, the Devil, the Empress, the High Priestess, those cards are all going to be really, really valuable moving forwards. Now, this might be a silly decision. I tend to underemphasize, though, the value of these kind of, like, intangibles, like tarot cards and pills and stuff like that, in favor of things like, you know, items that allow me to deal direct damage or create direct defense for myself. Let's just immediately go to the shop, because why not? I had a feeling this was going to happen. But that's okay, we didn't waste a key to get in here, and oftentimes Greed will actually drop a key of his own to kind of, I guess, justify you coming in here. Which is great, so maybe we'll be able to come out ahead here. Basically, it's just, if we don't take damage here, and we get a little bit of money, and he drops a key, this is just like a free, well, it's free bombs anyway, in addition to the money, of course. So we'll continue this. Sadly, we are still at Catacombs 2. I would love to be on the caves, but again, you can't always get what you want, can you? So let's keep backing it up, and in all hopefulness, we'll pick up a key at some point on this floor. At the very least, we kind of knocked Greed, yeah, I'm okay with the Burnt Penny for now. We've kind of knocked Greed out of the rotation, so it's fairly unlikely that he'll show up on the next floor, but Super Greed could show up on a future floor. I'm not sure if Super Greed could actually just show up on the next floor. That would be, like, the ultimate dick move if he was, like, just completely barring us from going to shops when I have all this money at my disposal. Keep in mind, I've spent a lot of money as well. 2 of Spades, that is going to double our keys. Fantastic. So I did use that right away, even though it might have been prudent to save it for later. Considering I'm rolling with a 9 volt, I'm basically feeling like I'm going to be popping these tarot cards almost as soon as I get them. The exceptions will be cards like the Emperor and maybe the Sun as well. Although the Sun basically just works as a world card for us. So it might not be the best decision. Yeah, there was kind of no way out of that situation for me once I took my time too long at the start of it. But we are at our item room here, and we do have a plethora of keys. Remember, every 4 rooms, we will be getting a new tarot card, which is actually really sizable, and only a few of the tarot cards are worthless. So this should be good. The Relic, that's actually fantastic. Would have liked to get it a little bit earlier, but we still are fairly early on in our experience anyway. Another Balls of Steel pill, very important. So far, I'm very pleased with the fact that we've gone with the tarot cards, but we'll see. That could turn out to be a terrible decision. Although I will say, Necronomicon, it's rare for that item to be like a game-winning item by any stretch of the imagination. It's one of the more, I wouldn't necessarily say maligned, but one of the least valuable book items that you can get. Book of Revelations I prefer. Book of Shadows is probably objectively better in a lot of situations, even though I made the decision to go with the Necronomicon instead. I don't know. It comes down to a lot of things. Book of Belial is probably my favorite out of all of them. So we are going to open this chest here, mostly because money equals bombs, so if there's money, we're probably going to break even. Or, you know, we can just get a key as well. What is this pill? Tears Up. Alright, so there's a Tears Down pill in the rotation, but there is also a Tears Up pill in the rotation. So that scales really well, or synergizes really well with our the packed items, so I'm pleased with that. Obviously, the Blood Bank is not something that I'm going to be too interested in playing. Devil card is something that we'll save for our boss, and you know, we might actually be on the order of getting there fairly soon. Just be a little careful with these nubs. This is kind of a dickish room. It requires you to focus a little intently on all of these shots, and you know, the way that you dodge the red dudes is different than the way that you dodge the green dudes. That is Tears Down, so I'm not that interested in that. So I'm hoping this is the right direction. If we find the boss, which we did, we'll probably just go fight it right away. I don't see too much reason to kind of hang out on this floor once we've already been to what are, in all likelihood, the most important floors, or most important rooms, I should say. I don't know what happened there, actually. I thought I would have a second to hit Peep after he came down, but I guess when we Zelda'd the Devil card over our head, caused us some problems. Now, again, what do I want out of this? You know, whatever you get, Squeezy, I guess, is like one of the best upgrades we could get right now, because of the Spirit Hearts that it would obviously give us. But beyond that, deal with the Devil to pick up Mom's Knife would be amazing. But Peep is going to die here. It's a good sign that Champion Peep didn't really bother us all that much. He did drop a Spirit Heart as well. And Jesus Juice is actually a totally cool upgrade. It's a damage upgrade, so I don't feel too bad about that at all. So we find ourselves, I should say, on the depths right now. And I was really hoping that I would be able to one-shot these leapers. That would be like that would give me a little bit of extra confidence moving forward, but you know, I guess you can't always get what you want, as mentioned many times. We found the secret room by accident, and we got a Hierophant card, so that goes a long way towards alleviating my concerns, even if there is only a slot machine in that secret room. We definitely have enough keys to go to the item room and the shop, and we're definitely going to want to go to both, obviously, as well. And you know what I would really want out of a tarot card right now? I would love to get some Joker cards that allowed me to get deals with the Devil. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be in the cards for us. Oh, pun not intended. The pun was totally intended. It's always intended. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always intending puns. Well, there's nothing really that I could see changing our fortunes there in that mob trap room, so I'm going to skip over that for now. I should probably at some point go to the curse rooms. You know, they exist. I ignore them. And every once in a while, I almost have like a New Year's resolution where like, oh, I'm definitely going to go to curse rooms from now on. But, you know, I see these people tweeting me screenshots. They're like, Mom's Knife and Brimstone in the curse room. Amazing. You should really check it out. All I've found in the curse room, or the self-sacrifice room, is pure pain and despair. The Empress, this is a good card to save for a boss room. Now we do have, another Spirit Heart and hopefully some more bombs. Nope, that's okay though. Here we have Book of Revelations. Now, I'm going to use it to get the Spirit Heart, but I'm going to stick with the deck of cards for now. The deck of cards has worked out very well for us, and I think Book of Revelations is almost a little bit too little too late, so we should end up fighting War on this floor. That's not necessarily the best boss for us to fight, but it, you know, we got a Spirit Heart for it, so it's okay. And the Virus, Poison Touch. Oh, it was such a waste of a key. I didn't mean to do that. I don't even think I walked in that general direction, but it just popped open. That's okay, we can still go to our shop. But yeah, you know, so the downside is that we are going to have to fight War, and we're very unlikely to get a third or fourth level, well, fourth level is impossible because we didn't fight Pestilence, but we're very unlikely to get a third level cube of meat at this point. So we might be stuck with a second level cube of meat. That being said, second level cube of meat is a little bit of extra damage, and we might have ended up fighting War on this floor anyway, so I don't think it's necessarily that big of a deal. We did get some more keys. We got more bombs, of course, as well. The bombs have been coming fast and furious, like Vin Diesel. That came across much more homoerotic than I intended it to. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So there's another free Spirit Heart for us. Well, I guess we traded technically a bomb and a key for it, but the economics are in our favor on that trade, I would say. And we're getting close to another tarot card here, which again, I can't stress enough. I would love for this tarot card to be the Joker, so I could actually, in all likelihood, go to the Devil Room again. Or an Angel Room. Angel Room's fine by me as well. Oh, careful. It was so bad at the end there, but at least we got a bomb and another set to kind of make me feel a little bit better about things. What would be another excellent upgrade for us to get? I'm trying to think here, because it's unlikely that all the ones we asked for are going to come to be. You know what? Piercing shot. I would be okay with a piercing shot, because with chocolate milk, this would probably allow us to do a lot of damage to enemies over time, if that makes sense. So, like, the piercing shot would go through them, and because it's chocolate milk, it would carry a high degree of damage on its own. Could be a very positive thing for us, but again, we only have one more item room, and piercing shot is kind of an unusual item to find, so I don't necessarily hold out a lot of hope for that. That was a very piss poor room for me, by the way. I was just hoping to get that bomb and that key, or sorry, that penny and that key, and it worked out very well for me. It is worth buying the Steam sale in this situation, largely because I'm just going to be popping all these cards anyway. Okay, we've got a very interesting... I might as well just get rid of the Magician card, it doesn't matter. But I will use the Empress card on this boss fight, and then I'm going to come back and get the Emperor card, and I'm going to save that for later in the game, and I really, really hope we get a deal with the devil at the end of this boss room here. At least it's probably within my control, I suppose. So yes, we are fighting war. There is a tinted rock down there in the bottom. I desperately hope that contains a small rock. It contained a single spirit heart. That's not the end of the world, though. Could have been worse. Could have just contained a golden chest or something. But it could have contained a golden chest that contained the small rock. Think about it. I don't know if that actually works. So let's just hide out in the corner here. We should be okay. Now, just keep shots coming in. I think I'm faster than War in this situation, but he does pick up speed as he goes. And I'm tapping the button like crazy. You can see his health bar going down. And I think we'll be okay. We did earn a deal with the devil. We also got a spirit heart. That's a relic thing, I guess, though. And our deal with the devil is, sure, you know what? We will go with the mark in this situation, just for, again, the extra stat bonuses. Now, let me go back up here and pick up the Emperor card. Is everything going well for us? Well, you know, quite honestly, it will be going better on the next floor once we have the permanent Polaroid invincibility. That's going to be a huge bonus for us because we also have Poison Touch. I don't know if we're necessarily at the point where we could consider a victory likely, but I definitely consider us to be at the point where a Mom and Mom's Heart victory seems to be the likeliest scenario. But anyway, let's go down to the next floor. It's been a slow run so far. We are indeed on Necropolis, so I'm tempted to use the... just be careful here. I'm tempted to use the Emperor card here, don't get me wrong. That's going to be a hard spirit heart to get. But, you know, the fortune favors the bold and the beautiful. Okay, well, that actually ended up working out really terribly for me. Maybe I'll be able to come back for that later. Once I got the Polaroid, like if I had the Polaroid in that situation, I definitely could have made that work. Anyway, we found the secret room for free. I can now see my spirit hearts, which makes me feel a little self-conscious. But you can see, hopefully, that I'm doing measurably more damage than I used to be doing. So that's fantastic. Obviously, our shop could contain some beautiful bounties for us here. I would absolutely love to pick up the compass. That would be my ideal item from the shop at this point. Or anything that allowed us to use our deck of tarot cards more often. So obviously Nun's Habit Battery are the two obvious choices there. Okay, so I haven't been doing very well on this floor so far, but that could change. You know, we could get the Hierophant card, and then that'll solve our health problems. It tricked you! Alright, so we broke even on that room. Took me a little while to figure out the correct order of walking there. It's like a puzzle in Cube Tractor or something to figure out how not to die. And we'll keep going on here. We got the Sun card, which actually I'm going to use. It might seem silly, because oftentimes I'm like saving the Sun card for later floors, but since we have the Emperor card... Okay, this is a really shitty situation for me. Please kill at least... I gotta simplify the situation is the thing here. I gotta, like, kill these guys at least one per kind of skirmish, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to dodge. These are, like... one-time use only dodges, please. Okay, we made it out of there without taking damage, which is actually incredibly remarkable. Ladder, not my favorite, but we got it, so let's not complain. Extra spirit heart, super valuable. I definitely do want to fight whoever's in the mini-boss room here, because I doubt that they will be able to offer too much of a threat. Beyond that, of course, just extra charges on my deck of tarot cards is awesome for me. I can't believe I took damage there, and only to get Temperance, which is a card that is not really worth anything for me at all. Super Gluttony. So this could entail an HP upgrade for us if we get very lucky here. Otherwise, I think we'll only get, like, Red Heart Consumables, which is not only the great name for, like, a punk band or something, but beyond that also pretty much useless for us. This is okay, though. These chocolate milk shots doing real damage, man. That should do it. And you know what? We ended up getting a key and a bomb and a single penny for it as well. These money, or this money, I guess I should say. Sorry, I don't speak English as a first language, apparently. No, and I don't mean that derisively to ESL speakers either. Yeah, the money might seem like it's worthless. Oh, fuck. But it could actually be beneficial if we end up picking up, like, a judgment or something, or finding a judgment, or picking up a judgment card by way of our tarot cards. That's probably the most likely situation in which we would encounter him, actually, at this point. How many tarot cards are there? There's like 12 plus 4 of the playing cards. Doesn't necessarily strike me as unlikely. We get the Devil card. The Emperor card still more beneficial. Remember, we can only take one of these cards into the room with us, because after we beat Mom, we won't be able to exit. So we'll just kill the brain dude, which should happen right here, and then he'll summon his 2 little... Oh, this isn't the brain, these are the guts. But anyway. Oh, almost got hit in a very awful situation there. We know exactly how to expedite this process, though. We're going to fight all these dudes, and then we're going to... Oh... then we're going to go to the item room, and then we're going to go to the boss room and skip that path that leads to the self-sacrifice room. Because I don't really have a reliable way to replenish my spirit hearts. I do have the relic, but I've been taking more damage than I've been picking up in health. And we get Stigmata. Stigmata's a good item. Gives us an extra spirit heart of health because we are Blue Baby, but it also gives us a little bit of extra damage. And extra damage is definitely what I'm in the mood for right now. If we could pick up some huge damage increase, again, Mom's Knife obviously being the prototypical one, that would be amazing. And we actually get the Polaroid a little bit before this boss room, which, believe it or not, is actually a really smart idea because, you know, this will give us permanent Polaroid invincibility as we fight Mom. And this room right here. This could save us like a spirit heart and a half just from getting it early. Yeah, now we can just walk into these hearts. Fuck you, you're cool, just kidding. You also suck. And, you know, with Poison Touch, I was able to kill them a little quicker. Temperance, another card that is largely worthless for us right now. Anyway, let's find Mom. It is Blue Mom. I saw the Blue Mom group in Vegas last year. I'm just kidding. I didn't go to Vegas last year. But I did see the Blue Mom group. My favorite was when your mom made me a sandwich. I don't even know what I'm talking about here. That came across as misogynistic, but, you know, isn't that just like a mommy thing to do, is like make a sandwich? My mom made me sandwiches all the time. I'm not saying like good in the kitchen make me a sandwich. I'm saying like that was a very motherly thing to do, and it's something I have fond memories of from when I was younger. Anyway, here comes the foot, if I had to guess, and here comes the boom, ready or not. Here come the boys from the south. I don't know. It's been a while, so you got to break out the POD discography, all 2 of them. There we go. So we did get hit at the end there, but we got stem cells. It's a health upgrade. Which Polaroid do we want? Doesn't matter to me at all. So we're going to go down to the next floor. With permanent Polaroid invincibility, I almost feel like we're a little bit better off than we used to be. We'll also see what Judgment has for us here. He should inevitably pay out if we get lucky. Now, if we get a second Emperor card, I might be interested in using the Emperor card on this floor. I mean, I'm very tempted to use the Emperor card on this floor anyway, just because it would save some time. But it's not the most prudent idea. It's definitely better for us to find our boss rooms and then use this Emperor card on maybe the Cathedral. Sure, that Eternal Heart is probably not going to come to fruition for us. Remember, I said this money might be beneficial for us. Judgment's raking me over the coals right now, so seems like a smart idea. Hey, we find the map. It's not the compass, but it is the next closest thing. So I'm pleased that we got that regardless. I don't want to spend a key to make this happen. At the very least, again, this saves us a few rooms, because we can find out where dead ends are before we actually get there. So I'm pleased with that. Now, let's destroy the Gertie Jr. here. And a Spirit Heart awaits me. Nope, I thought I might get lucky there. It is not our secret room, as you can probably tell. I got hit there. But again, getting hit is not necessarily the end of the world for us, because I can just walk into enemies now by way of permanent Polaroid invincibility. And this will save me not only a lot of time, but probably a lot of health and grief as well. You know what would be a cool idea for the mini-bosses, like extra mini-bosses you could add in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth? What about, you know, we already have the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse and the 7 Deadly Sins. What if you added, like, the 7 stages of grief? Like, you know, denial, acceptance, despair, or whatever. That could be interesting. Bargaining. What would bargaining do? Maybe on the fight, you could, like, pay money to something in the room and that would lower his health? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting mechanic to think about, at least. A tarot card is available. It's the Magician. The Magician is a crap card that I don't even want to use. I should probably go to the secret room, but I'll wait to do that until we go down here, because I am going to go down here. Back it up a little bit. I am going to go down here first, just because there's a chance this could be the boss room, so it's worth checking it out. It is a mob trap room. Oh, be careful. We did manage to... I dodged so well and got so far, but in the end it didn't really matter. So we'll bomb our way in here. Epic Fetus, please. or a 1-up. Super Greed was really not what I was looking for in this situation. Still, I think the boss is on the upper left here. Wow, okay, so I was totally wrong, basically. We'll be doing a little bit more backtracking here. On the bright side, we do have the map, so assuming we don't get Curse of Blindness, I can look for where I think the boss is going to be on the next floor. That might save us some time. Probably just a little, but we now have the adequate number of keys to go to the chest. Let's see what awaits us up here. It could be directly on top of us, or it could be on top and to the right. I'm going to go with the right here first. Because I think that has a better tendency. Oh my god, I got so lucky that those guys chose to phase out of existence just before I would have taken damage. Thank you. I keep wondering why I'm not getting any extra bombs anymore. But it's because obviously I don't have the Burnt Penny. So we have the Empress card and the World card. You know what we should do? Because we can only take a couple of these down with us. I popped the World card. I'm going to stick with the Emperor card just because I don't want to necessarily walk back to get the Empress card after we beat the boss here. And you know who do I hope the boss is? Probably Death, as Death is our most likely option. Or not the most likely, but you know, the most viable option for us, because the 3rd level cube of meat would be fantastic. Mostly, give me please a deal with the devil room in Mom's knife. Then I feel like I could really start being a little bit more confident about this whole situation. But we'll see. So it is going to be Conquest. Now, Conquest should give me the white pony. Sometimes he surprises me and ends up giving me a cube of meat. I swear to God it's happened. It's been a while. I don't know if it's a bug that's been fixed or something. But yes, it has. There's precedent for it, shall we say. So Conquest has hurt me again, but I'm doing a ton of damage to him via permanent Polaroid invincibility. So he should be dead in the near... Oh my god, I got hit again. White pony, obviously worthless. So I would say it's down to the next floor for us, where I can look on our map here and, you know, guess that we're going to go to the left, largely because I don't necessarily believe that we're going to find the Mom's Heart boss room right here, but I do believe that this is probably the fastest way for us to find the boss on the off chance that it actually is here. There's a library, actually. I'm not as tempted as you might think I am to go to that library. If I get a 5th key, I might, but for now, I don't have one. The only thing I want out of there... I guess Book of Belial, but I think I would still rather stay with our tarot cards, because they have a colossal impact, or potential impact on our success moving forward, you know. Full health, it's unfortunate that we're Blue Baby, because pills like Full Health in the Sun, which are previously like game winners sometimes, don't really have that same kind of advantage anymore. That being said, we could still get things, obviously the Lover's a worthless one for us as well. We could still get things like the Hierophant, which would give us 2 extra Spirit Hearts, you know, the Devil, the Empress, the Emperor, the World, all of those cards that show us where everything is. And I know now that I have 5 keys, you're saying you should go back to that library, but honestly, I've talked myself out of even getting Book of Belial. I think this is a smart idea to stick with the tarot cards as we have them right now. The Emperor, another good card. What's interesting is that I could use this Emperor card to fight the boss, but then I would still have to backtrack regardless. My best friend is a garbage item. So yeah, I could use this Emperor card because you can leave after the Mom's Heart boss fight. But I don't think it's really that beneficial because then I'll just have to walk back regardless. It's just like I'm changing the order of the rooms that I would have to do, which is, you know, who cares? That was really bad damage for me to take, and I'm a little bit ashamed, but we did pick up another Spirit Heart. This is not our boss room, but that's okay. Because we are almost... the fact that I still have Spirit Hearts off the screen is very encouraging, but beyond that, I should just go up here and finish things off. There's also a secret room for me to look at. By the way, if I was really playing, I guess, for keeps, I would definitely have blown up those rocks to get that bomb, because there's a chance that there is a Spirit Heart contained within those rocks. So it's basically like a time investment for like a 5% chance to get a Spirit Heart, which is not awful. It's okay. It just doesn't really tickle my fancy right now. I feel like we're already in an okay position. We cannot... We're out of deal with the devil opportunities, so now it's like down to the chest if we want to get Mom's Knife. Justice. Yep, that's a card we can use. Hopefully pick up, yes, some extra keys. We will go to the secret room. The secret room will actually allow us to skip over a lot of the remainder of this floor, in addition to giving us Bob's Rotten Head, which is straight up garbage at this point in the game. Alright, so we should have one... Oh, double lust. I'm not happy about that, especially since I'm definitely gonna get shit on walking over this creep. Holy crap, I managed to dodge away from the creep. I am very, very surprised. Please tell me that these guys are gonna die soon. At least one of them. Okay, there we go. If I get through this, I'm gonna be, quite frankly, very amazed. That pill is actually balls of steel, so this room turned out much better than it could have turned out for us. We have one more room, and then we have our boss room. So this room is going to contain some Chubs and some Larry J's. That was really bad damage for me to take, but that's okay. We should be able to, at the very least, kill the Larry Juniors with the permanent Polaroid invincibility, and Chub came soon after. So what is our card? The Empress! Well, we might as well use this. and then we can use the Emperor card after we leave this room, because remember, you can leave the Mom's Heart fight. So with 32 bombs and the Emperor's card, forgive me, but I hold out a lot of hope for our chances here, and, you know, ideally I would be very happy with this fight if we got through it without taking any damage at all. That might be a little bit of a pipe dream, but I'm okay with it nonetheless. Keep in mind, you know, we're not going to get an item after this fight, so we're going to have to go, like, basically straight from this fight into the Isaac fight, so ideally, taking no damage is actually incredibly beneficial for me. I mean, it always is, I guess, but especially in this situation because, you know, we're going to immediately, it's basically like fighting 2 bosses at once, like a Mega Man situation or something. Or 2 bosses in a row, sorry, which makes more sense. There may be a Mega Man game where you fight 2 bosses at once, though. So we've got the Emperor. Now we go down to the next floor, and now we are, sorry, up to the next floor, and now we fight Isaac straight away. Might as well look in our secret room first. I would feel real bad if there was a 1-up or Epic Fetus in here, and I missed it. There's just money, but, you know, maybe we come across a judgment at some point. So, here we go. This is going to be our fight against Isaac. I fully expect to take a shitload of damage here, but on the bright side, with permanent Polaroid invincibility, I don't think that's a major issue, because I can, you know, do way more damage to him every time I get hit than he can do to me every time he hits me. If that makes sense at all. A very awkward way to phrase that sentence. Also, Cuba Meat cleaning up in helping me dodge these shots right now. I owe him a big round of applause here. So we're about half done. I've taken 3 hits of damage. Spirit Hearts are still off the screen, which is awesome. I would love to not take any more because, you know, we do have the chest after this, which is obviously a very difficult floor. You know, this is actually a good fight for me. It's showing me that I'm doing a lot more damage than I originally thought I was. And I mean, this should be like a duh moment because obviously I do have... you know, the Mark and the Pact, both of which are good attribute upgrades, but still, I was kind of thinking that we were a little bit underpowered. Is that the case? Maybe a little bit, but not nearly as much as I had originally anticipated, I think. So Isaac's gonna die here. We are now, we definitely have Spirit Hearts on the screen, and that concerns me ever so slightly, but we also have 4 new items in the chest here, so let's see what we get. That is the Shears. That is Telepathy for Dummies, the Magnet, and the Hourglass. Almost all of these are worthless. The only one that has anything that could help us out, basically, is the Shears. But what I'm going to do is save the tarot card until... use the tarot cards until I actually get to this Blue Baby fight. And then I'll use the Shears for that Blue Baby fight, where they will allow me to fly, and the, you know, the extra cube of meat will do some damage. But for now, we might be able to get another tarot card or 2, and these tarot cards could actually have a major impact on our success. So I think it's a very smart and prudent decision for us. To leave the Shears there for now. I almost accepted taking damage there, which would have been real disappointing. Instead, I'm going to get a free Spirit Heart here, and that could make all the difference. That is obviously not our boss room. If I had to guess, I think the most logical position for that boss room is probably on the far right side, but it could also be below us. And, you know, thank you, game, for not making me go through a number of, like, bullshit rooms here just to find out that that was actually a dead end. We do have a chance. I would say we're probably at about 50-50. I know that's like a cop-out number to use, but I think that's logical right now to say that's where we are, because I really do believe it's kind of a coin flip, and it doesn't necessarily depend so much on the Blue Baby fight. I mean, to a certain extent, obviously it has to, but it largely depends on the rooms that lead up to the Blue Baby fight, because if I have a lot of health going into the Blue Baby fight, it might change my odds fairly drastically. So I'm not happy that we end up having to deal with this room, but Greed is already dead, which is amazing. I guess he walked into like both of the things that the other dudes shot at him, and I'm just doing enough damage on my own right here to be considered dangerous, I suppose. So Envy should be dead momentarily. Stronger than I considered, I guess. Any second now. There we go. And we found a second secret room. We got a Spirit Heart. We got an Eternal Heart, which I think just gives us like a... Oh, we also have a tarot card upgrade. The Moon. Not useful, but probably better than the Tower. Let me think about this. We can skip 2 rooms if we go through here. And this might increase our chances fairly drastically. And I know we'll have to come back and, you know, get the Shears by using bombs, but, you know, keep in mind, I do have, like, 20 of them, and we're not going to use 20 against Blue Baby. God willing, anyway, unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Or maybe horribly right, I don't know. It's unlikely that we're going to use 20 or even, like, 16 bombs against Blue Baby. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to kill Sloth here. I'm going to try to kill Sloth, at least, with my permanent Polaroid invincibility. I definitely should not have taken damage against that Gluttony there, but he will die soon after regardless. He actually gave me an HP upgrade, so it compensated for it a little bit. Cursed Skull is actually more trouble than it's worth in this situation. I'm definitely not going to pick that up. I hate dealing with this room because these guys always seem to have, like, substantially more HP than I would originally consider. Wait a minute. Okay, someone told me that I'm just recalling this, and this is far too late. There's probably already a ton of angry comments, but slot machines, if you blow them up on the chest, always have items in them. So I should definitely, when I come back through that secret room, blow it up, and maybe it'll have something useful for me. Even if it's just a single spirit heart, that is like more than welcome at this point in the game to increase my chances of success. Again, this room takes 100 years. I'm not happy about it. Are we even gonna get a tarot card, another tarot card procced here? I guess not. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe we will. It depends if one of these rooms has nothing in it. And if it does, that's unfortunate in this situation. Unless it saves me from taking a lot of damage. Okay, I knew I was going to take damage again, because there's just, like, such a fucking John Matrix of bombs. Okay, so... doesn't John Matrix... It sounds like a porno movie about, like, the Matrix. I don't know. And a brothel or something. We're going to have 2 Gerties here to fight at the same time. And I'm going to take damage against them. As long as I go into this fight with, like, roughly 10 hearts, I feel fairly confident. I probably don't need 10 hearts to win. 10 hearts is what I need to feel, like, 80% confident. But we've only got one more room to deal with before Blue Baby. Child's Heart, it gives us more red heart drops. Polaroid is obviously the best trinket for us to roll with here. Even though it's not a necessity anymore, it's by far the best trinket we could possibly have. It's like getting, like, as many Books of Shadows as we want on a room, basically. On each room. So let's fire some more shots down here. It's not the easiest room in the world, especially since I just took, like, the worst damage of all time. But then I can just tear these dudes up with permanent Polaroid invincibility. We are going to go back and hopefully get an item from that slot machine. The Joker card. Now, okay, Charm of the Vampire is worthless. The Joker card raises a very interesting issue here. It's a shame that none of those would work, because if there was Mom's Knife in there, I would probably... almost certainly go for it. Oh, this is good. It took us back here so we can get the shears, which I totally forgot about. That should give us a huge chance of success. And the slot machine has given us the unicorn horn, which in this situation, I actually feel like the shears are still going to allow us to do a lot more good stuff. So, Cursed Skull, not valuable at all. I think we're going to win here. It's been a long run through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to kill Blue Baby. Like, that shit doesn't really make any sense at all, does it? All right, shears, do your dirty work. Now, we are going to get hit. There's no question about that. And, you know, getting hit is not necessarily the end of the world for us. It actually might be a way to improve our chances. And this is going to be like a very quick fight. It's going to be knockdown, drag out action. And I'm going to do my damnedest not to get hit anymore, even though, again, the permanent Polaroid invincibility allows us to do so much damage with Poison Touch. Poison Touch, such an underrated item. We're going to win this. Another Blue Baby vanilla run win. And on 2 hours of sleep, no less. Who would have thought that it would be possible? But instead, actually quite easy. He didn't even summon any angels. So, very good run of form lately. I'm very pleased with this. As always, continue suggesting challenge runs. I'll probably do one more vanilla run today, just because I'm real sleepy and lazy. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate any support you can give the video. And as always, I hope you found it a little informative and maybe entertaining as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.